Now, here's the thing. I'm not a communist. I do understand that companies actually need to make a profit, not just to pay for the people working there, the essential people like the moderators and the censors, but also to justify its existence. Yeah, it does need to make a profit. And I'm also not a hypocrite. Like, I'm not going to use YouTube. I'm not going to be a content creator and then say, yes, I want what's worse for the platform. Like, obviously not. My income is tied to it. So, I do want it to actually make a profit. However, I don't know if this is the correct solution. Now, I do understand that they decided to go to war with the ad blockers, and it had mixed results. It also fascinated me from a social point of view because I found out that, well, there are people that don't know what an ad blocker is. And I was like, what, really? Like, are normies like that? Because you assume that what you know, and especially like the things you talk on the internet, are common knowledge. But no, like some of the things that we talk here on the channel, they're esoteric for other people. And the thing with ad blockers, like what ended up happening, is that people know what they are from the name, but they didn't know that there is such a program. So when YouTube decided to go to war with it, the press wrote about it, and people were reading the press, and they were like, what? Like, I can actually install something that blocks ads? So since that day, YouTube has been at war with them, and it's having mixed results. It depends on what time of the month you are. Like, if YouTube patches something and does it in one way, then all the ad blockers are failing to block it, and then they're the ones patching it. So it's like an arms race. But recently what they're doing is absolutely insane. Like, I do not understand who would benefit from this, right? So apparently if you pause the video, you can still ads play. Like, okay, so let me get this straight. Let's assume that my phone is ringing and I have a YouTube video. Now, what I need to do normally would be to pause the video so I can hear who's on the phone, but I pause the video and then the ad starts playing. You see the problem with this? I generally think that this can be detrimental for the platform because now the only solution would be to actually close the browser. But the platform actually wants people engaged, right? Like they want you to stay on YouTube as much as possible. So if you pause the video and you talk on the phone, then when you close the phone, you're going to go back and continue listening to the video. But if you close the browser, well, what usually happens is that people will find something else to do. It's just like human nature. It doesn't really make sense, but it's just how humans are. So this may actually be detrimental from an engagement point of view. But it also may be detrimental from the advertiser's point of view. Like, if I have a product and I want to advertise it, I want people to actually be engaged with it. I want people to actually look at it. So, if people are pausing the video, they're usually pausing it because they want to do something else, right? Like, they can't have their attention focused on the screen. Whether they're talking on the phone or maybe they're talking with somebody in real life or they're leaving the room, right? Because that's why you pause the video. And then if the ad starts playing and no one gets to see it, well, the advertiser probably doesn't appreciate that. Like, if I was to sell from the other side of the aisle, if I was the one to sell the ads, I wouldn't want it so that people don't engage with it at all. Like, you kind of assume that some people are not going to engage, like some people will tune out, other people are going to click the skip button and they're not going to watch the whole thing. Like, you get that. But again, like, the idea that it can just play in an empty room is something that most advertisers probably don't want either. So as you can see, users have noticed that ads are popping up when they pause videos and they don't seem to be happy with it. Over a year ago, YouTube warned that they would begin to test ads on the pause screens. Similar how Hulu did it back in 2019. The video platform dubbed these commercials as pause experiences, but all viewers are experiencing annoyance. Again, I think I did an excellent job describing why it's happening, why people are annoyed. Across the YouTube subreddit, users have shared instances of ads popping up on their screens when they pause. Like, bro, YouTube, don't you have enough ads already? Well, I mean, compared to Twitch, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, Twitch, I would say, is a lot more intrusive when it comes to advertisements. The funny thing is, like, I would say this as a person that's ancient at this point. I remember when I was actually watching television back in the day before the internet, and especially the Italian channels. My God, you would watch like a horror movie or something, and right before a jump scare, right when the tension was at max, you would get a commercial break. And the commercial breaks back then would last 10, sometimes 15 minutes. I think the Italian channels even had like 30 minutes commercials. So initially what would happen is that people would just change the channel. Like, they're not going to sit there and watch commercials, right? But then what other news stations did is that they started synchronizing with each other, and they had like the exact same commercial break, so that if you tried to change the channel, you'd go from commercials to other commercials to other commercials in order to dissuade people from leaving. That was interesting. But my point is, like, no, you know, having to watch a 1 or 2 minute commercial and seeing people that are freaking out, like, I get it. But at the same time, it reminds me of my childhood and what I went through. And I'm like, you know what? They have no reason to complain. But yeah, another viewer says that they can't wait for the platform to go down. This is the most annoying feature, even if you can call it a feature. Others, while upset, couldn't help but give the platform props to find a way to make money even when a video isn't playing. This is admittedly quite annoying, however, I'll give them that it's a clever way of shoving an ad in your face. I gotta say, I have heard other marketers talk about this, and so far, I haven't seen any companies go full cyberpunk level yet. Like, some of the suggestions that I saw for playing ads would be, ads are playing on your phone, and they won't stop, and they actually pause until you look at the phone. So, like, you have an ad on your phone, and by the way, this is trademarked. Like someone actually came up with this concept. Let's assume you have a trailer for Rings of Power Plus Privilege, and it's playing on your phone. Now, you're looking away, and if you're looking away, the ad stops, and you have to actually physically look at it. It's got facial recognition, so you need to look at it in order for the ad to keep playing so that you can go to and engage with your app. And another one, I think like this is actually trademarked by either Sony or Samsung. Now they may trademark it just so no one else uses it. Like, they figured out how evil it is, so they don't want anyone else to use it. But the idea is that you would get an ad. So, like, for instance, you're watching Netflix or something, right? And you're getting an ad for McDonald's. And if you want to skip the ad, you gotta get off your couch and scream, McDonald's! And then the ad just skips. So, like, it encourages you to interact with the ad, to scream the name of the brand in order to pass through the advertisement. And if you do this, like let's say you have like 5 ads coming up one after another, and you get like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes worth of time. But if you were to like constantly shout the name of the brand, you can get through them in 10 or 20 seconds. So my point is, like, there are a lot of other evil features that I know they can exist. I know they can come up with some nasty shit, but I haven't seen them implemented on any platform yet. So apparently the YouTube communication manager told The Verge that these ads were all according to plan, and the decision is justified. So we've seen both strong advertiser and strong viewer response. We've since widely rolled out pause ads to all advertisers. In 2024, YouTube began to crack down on the ad blockers, as we discussed earlier. And this news comes as the Google-owned platform revealed a whole suite new of tools and features. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to go, because, again, while they don't really care that much about the viewers, they do care about the advertisers. And it depends if the advertisers are happy with this. Like, again, you're basically selling a product, because, like, you're buying a product, you're buying the ads, right? You're buying a service, and the chances that someone can just pause the video, and usually when someone pauses the video is because they have something else to do. They can't look at the screen right there, you know, like maybe a delivery guy arrives, maybe someone comes into your room and they want to talk with you. I don't know any cases where people pause the video so that they can engage with another ad, you know? But let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.